Hi, Carolyn. We're going to walk through your paper here, see what you have to say about endangered species. First things first, you should be able to follow along. You should see the cursor. My mouse cursor up here should appear as a yellow circle as we're going through this. Give you a sense of where I am. Just at the beginning here, where you have this formatted Carolyn, Mr. Matheny, English 10, this is not going to be necessary. You can go ahead and get rid of that, as well as your title right here. All this is going to go on the title page, so we're not going to get into that until tomorrow, but if you want to go ahead and get rid of it, that's fine. Now, your introductory paragraph, picture this: imagine living in a world that's full of life and all the exotic animals. This is fine. You're trying to be descriptive and offer up a visual to the reader. But the picture this, imagine living, is redundant. If I have to imagine living, I already am in my mind picturing this. So please go ahead and get rid of this first bit. Again, you keep coming down here on the imagine living, imagine seeing. This is fine. It's a little bit redundant after a while. You might want to find some different word choice for this. But then when you come over here, now picture something else. Living in a world where the only way to see the amazing creatures in the world is through zoos and aquariums. This is suggesting that we're going to kill all the animals, and that even if we do start to endanger all of the animals or kill all the animals, that the only place to see them is zoos and aquariums, which I think is a little bit hyperbolic. There's other ways. There's reserves, and there's preserves, and there's different institutions that are set up to try to protect these animals. Not that your sentiment is incorrect, but let's try to find a way to open this up. It just feels a little bit sweeping to me. As you come down here then, and you have your 3 questions that you want to explore, this is fine. It gives me a sense for where you're going. I even like that you actually say right here are the things that we're doing to try to help them actually hurting further. I think this is good because it starts to play to issues of arrogance and the romanticism of good works. I think there's a lot that you could possibly dig into with that. The one thing I would ask is, do you have an answer for this? So you leave off with 3 straight questions right here. I'd be curious if here at the end we could start to put together a thesis maybe. Do you have a feeling one way or the other about where this is going? Then you jump down in here. First step is understand what an endangered species is. This is good. You have these quotes from the BBC here talking with you about what's going on. I would love to see some actual, or not quotes, I'm sorry. You have these stats from the BBC, which is great. I would love to actually see some quotes, is what I meant to say, so that I can get a feel for where this is. Also, you just say the BBC. Where in the BBC? What show? What person? Is this from David Attenborough? Is it coming from someplace else? I'd really like you to open that up. There are lots of different endangered species. Great. Are you giving me this to try to give me a sense of the range of endangered species, from marine to avian to land mammals? Somewhere here at the end, you need to wrap up why it is you've chosen to talk about these different animals and what the point is of even discussing these various examples. Now coming down talking about why they are endangered. I'd like there to be something of a thesis right here where you talk about why they are endangered. Are they endangered for environmental reasons? Are they endangered for hunting reasons? Are they endangered for governments allowing this to happen because of X, Y, and Z in China, India, or America? War is also something, especially in places like Africa, where animals become endangered because their lands are taken from them, or because armies simply need to slaughter the animals for meat. These are all things you potentially talk about, which I think you should jump into right here. And then, of course, you don't have anything else in the piece. So what you've said so far, I think, is fine. I'd like you to be a little bit more rigorous in some of your language. I'd like you to open up and try to explore the reasons why these animals are endangered a bit more. And then, of course, afterwards, talk about what I said at the beginning, the roles that humans are playing in this, and whether or not the roles that humans are playing is helping or hurting. I think that'd be a really interesting piece to read about. Okay, see you tomorrow.